Hi guys, that's why I'm back with The Witcher Season 3, Episode 2. This episode is called Unbound. I had a great time watching the first one, just because I finally got what I wanted, which was seeing more of Ciri and Geralt bonding, seeing more Ciri and Yennefer bonding. We definitely didn't get much of that in the second season. So I'm happy we got that, but now we're separated. So I don't know how to feel about that. And they're definitely drawing it out. You know, Geralt forgiving Yennefer and them having some moment. I did see in IMDb how the ratings just kept dropping for each and every episode, but we'll see what I think of it. You know, I'm gonna definitely give my honest opinion about what they're doing. So far, episode 1 is good. Let's see if it goes downhill from here, guys, right? Anyways, let's get going.
Hang 'em high!
I always do that when I play it again.
Snap their spindly necks!
See, that's the problem. What's a mage doing all the way out here? She should be
She attracts
focusing
so
on
much
keeping the royal
attention.
peace, not swanning idly around the countryside. Looking like that, though. She can idle around me tonight.
You do know that they keep their beauty by bathing in human blood every night, eh?
Sure.
Thanks for the ale. I'll be seeing you.
There's just so much division in the world, like elves, mages, humans.
Godspeed, miss.
She looks cool. I like her
I
outfit.
was just wishing you a safe journey.
Oh, she's literally seeing his death?
She was kicked in the head by a horse. Hasn't been right since.
No. There was a tower. An arrow struck you.
Remember when I said we need to keep a low profile? That was not that.
But maybe he's important to the future.
What if his death prevented a greater harm? What would the consequence be then, my
And also, you don't know her powers. They're not exactly the same as
I don't know
yours.
either.
Maybe she's
Changing
supposed to stop
destiny
it.
is a weighty business.
Ooh, that's cool. I always like seeing one new thing they have over the title.
I'll never get over how cute they
A
look,
beating
you know?
heart.
For monsters. I mean, they've got these little teddy bear faces, and they're like, no, please, don't hurt me. And then wham! Fangs. Just like a boatload of fangs. All up in your business.
These two hanging out again. I like it.
If I do something, Ciri, a lot.
And why do we need that?
I mean, a beating heart seems pretty valuable.
Whoa! Is that a
Ow.
giant metal spike?
Lol.
How did I know that would be you?
Hello, Codringer.
Hello, Geralt. Oh, goodness me, the Viscount of
I've seen
Methven.
this guy growing up, like this actor. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name. I'm really bad with names, but his voice is really, his accent, I just love his voice. I think first instance I saw him was Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, and then he was in Phantom of the Opera movie, and he's been in Outlander?
It was my last chance to take down the usurper. I realized the only way that I could reclaim my throne was to infiltrate the castle, kill everyone that stood between me and the man.
The writer in me kind of doesn't like how they're showing this. I mean, it feels like slightly like a lazy way for us to give him some exposition to show like his backstory, but in a quick scene, talking to this dwarf that fixed his sword.
War will be a thing of the past. It will be a distant memory.
Like,
I
does
will
he
have
go
my
up to
queen
anybody
by
and
my
just
side,
tell this
and the
whole story to
races
every
of
single
our
person
world,
he
they will
meets,
live in
or...
peace. And you will make me a new sword, one worthy of your craft. A sword befitting the emperor of the continent.
I like me some
I'll
weapons.
drink to that.
Cheers. She's a tester.
Everyone drink.
Make sure nothing's poisoned. That was an
Drink.
actual job.
You want the white flame to be poisoned?
What a downfall for her character.
He threatened to kill a friend of mine.
Not me. Don't worry.
Giddy, giddy,
Sorcerers
giddy.
rejects do often train as killers. And this Rience, we know, was kicked out of Banard.
That supports our theory.
What theory?
That he's working for a sorcerer more powerful than him.
And you even know that sorcery helped him season 1.
Let's try a wager. I shall turn my back. You shall throw this at my head. Should you
Okay.
hit, you win. Should you miss, you will give me the information that I want.
Okay. And she just goes along with it?
You have a client looking for
Istrid.
Ah.
the mage.
You must know, he isn't the only one willing to pay for the girl traveling with the white-haired witcher. You want to save her? You need to find another girl.
I don't think Istrid has any negative intention, though.
I'll come find you when Rience is dead.
Or he'll find me once you are.
I don't think he really cares about you, Yaskier.
You may be watching me, but I have eyes too.
What do you
Yeah.
see? I ugly one.
Most times, a picture of powerful perfection.
Excellent.
Dude, they both look so beautiful. It's hard to look at sometimes.
At Aretusa, you can learn to focus your visions on the future you actually want to see.
And what if I don't want to see anything?
There's definitely
Well, then you're
potential
blind
in
to the
that.
big picture.
But Ciri's not very... She's not like all of the other mages.
To Aretusa.
You're going back to Aretusa after that legendary night of non-fatal execution.
Well, I'm hoping they've forgotten about that.
Oh, yeah.
Forgiving
She
me,
escaped
anyway.
execution.
Good luck. Tasea still hasn't forgiven me. You fucked
She,
one
broke out
upstart
that
prince with designs on the throne. Anyway, it's good to
Dark
see you.
Knight guy.
Business has been achingly slow.
She's gonna see another vision. She saw more of her own past than anything.
Run! Hey! What the fuck?
You have no idea who you just crossed.
Ain't nothing to Yennefer.
What have you done? Jess, you run too.
Kira, wait.
That's Kira? Okay.
We're wondering why the kings are
My
losing
God.
faith in us.
Did his
because
eyebrows get
we
even
knew
worse?
the elves were a problem and we did nothing about it.
Mister?
Yeah, I don't know how smart it is going to Aretusa if literally they were supposed to have found and killed Ciri. Like, I trust Tasea for the most part. Huh? Blood? There's some bad shit going on
Tell me about the
in
elf.
Aretusa.
Count Noalis had captured an elf. He said she was an assassin.
Louder!
I know Philippa too. I just seeing these names now, I'm like, oh, I know them, but obviously cannot recognize them because they look nothing like they do in the game.
Speak to him.
There's a lot of different stories going on. Dandelion!
I said I had a visitor.
Yeah.
But this, I must say, is a nice surprise.
In his Geralt way, because he didn't have enough money to pry their lips apart, but you do.
I don't know. I feel like something bad's gonna happen to them now.
I appreciate the information. Please. They'd love a song about your white-haired witcher.
All right.
Let's go! I'm ready to hear some tunes. Alright, nothing.
It's probably a trap.
Yep. Always prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. potion you taking? Ooh, sick. I always love that look.
You and Geralt taught me those things. Well, then our teachings were incomplete, because what we should have taught you is about consequences. Consequences are just an excuse not to act, even when someone's going to be killed.
Yeah.
You didn't see
I mean,
that
I agree with
child's
Sari on
eyes.
this
I had
one.
to do what I did. No, you chose to interfere. That messenger in Elendor, his fate is a mystery. But I know what will happen here. Dominic Huvnagel will send his cousin Leo Bonhart here to recuperate his losses, with money or with blood. The townspeople who do survive will be conscripted to fight against the war that's
Also,
looming on the
Yennefer's
horizon,
right in
where
that
they'll
one.
die on the battlefield.
I mean, she knows for sure she saved that kid. She doesn't know what's gonna happen after, so like that's the risk you take.
How would you know what it's like to fight for control of your life?
Yen.
Where are you going? More shopping? No. My ugly one. We're taking a detour.
Let's
Why do you
go.
call me that? Because I promised I'd be sincere with you from here forward.
Tell her your backstory.
Want to show you who I really am.
Yes, that's what I want. Because Yennefer wasn't always Yennefer, you know? When we first saw her, completely different.
You don't believe in the legend of Elder Blood?
Please. My people were building civilizations while you blunt-eared bastards still thought thunder was the gods' passing wind. I believe in facts.
We got another one.
Put him in a bag. The lads will help me throw him out.
Planning something, I saw that in her look. Okay, we're gonna finally hear one.
Your words on ice, your gaze lights the fire. Why waste our words when lips were made for extraordinary things?
I do like his voice
It's
a
not a
lot.
want, it's a need of unspoken words of love.
Clearly resonating with him.
I've had enough.
Really sad one. I need like something catchy after that sadness. Toss a gun to you, Witcher.
What do you see about Rience or not?
I always wondered what it was that made your song so irresistible. Now I understand.
There's definitely something going on here.
You see people for what they are, not what they pretend to be.
Interesting addition. I don't know what side he's on yet, though, you know what I mean?
Does the Witcher know how lucky he is to have you?
Looks like someone's got a crush on Dandelion, everybody. This is a pickle you've got yourself in, Geralt. I don't get like the vibe. Gross. What the fuck?
Come on, I'll come back. You with that.
What the hell? Ew, man. These heads need to tell us what's going on.
What hurt you? Are you
Yeah,
alright?
she kind of looks like Ciri. Is the
Are
hair?
there any more like you here?
Is Medallion's humming? What was that sound? Wonder if he had like the cat eyes potion. See in the dark. Dude, those are their arms and legs. What the hell?
Make him stop!
Oh, dude, this is really just disturbing, isn't it?
It's too late. Go.
Okay. Nice music. Alright. I mean, honestly, if I looked like that, I'd want him to kill me. You're not even, like, part of your body anymore. Like, what else do you expect of him?
Well, that wine just makes him heavier.
If they're thinking he's dead, he's not, right? What?
Rest in peace, motherfucker.
I guess so. Angela had a weird look about it. How did that even happen? Maybe she, like, hunched over and pretended to be him when they picked him up.
He was the contortionist same right from the beginning. But speaking of things that go bump in the night, did I ever tell you about the time I saw a young elf leaving Verthral's bedchamber?
Darling, Verthral is a frivolous fool.
What would I do without you, darling?
No.
I really like these costumes, and look at that wood work on that chair.
His face. Now, being the fair-minded king that I am, I said to him, I'll give you a head start, but you are due an arrow in the bum. Now, I yell go, he scuttles off like a wounded deer, and then I shot the elf like this. Hold still, I say.
Oh, it's gonna fail.
Applegat!
An arrow!
Lucky bastard! What word do you bring? Now, have I ever told you about the
Gorilla told you about something with an arrow. Here's something bad will happen to these two, and I like them. I do. I think they're very interesting characters. Dude, you better not. You better not. I can't. Nope. Cat mom here. I'm not accepting this. Well, I knew they would freaking die this episode. Why would you reintroduce them? Oh, you're gonna kill them. Just don't hurt the cat. But also, like, what a waste of character potential.
And we have one other thing in common.
And we love you.
Our love. For you.
Okay. Cool.
What's this?
An old superstition. Stones are rumored to have protective abilities.
Okay.
You could just tell me you were thinking of me.
Protective abilities. Why are they ringing like that? It's like humming of a medallion. It had the same sound when Geralt's medallion was humming. Uh-oh, that's what we saw earlier. That guy Cyrilla warned. What is he playing at? Okay. Still don't trust him then. This is my home. It's gone. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while.
Our house used to stand here. My house. This is where I grew up.
Show her, show her. Let's see. It's best to show, because then she'll understand.
Get out of there, girl.
I can do it! How much for a pig? How much for this beast?
She's our daughter.
She had a rough freaking start, man.
Like you, I once chose to interfere. I set a prisoner free.
Yep.
And in doing so, I set the entire North against the Brotherhood. And the Brotherhood against each other. Those bodies hanging at the tavern. All those executions. The whole continent is paying the consequences.
It's not just all on you, but I do see it as like a domino effect. Tensions must have already been high if that one event triggered so much.
Come on.
Happy Ciri knows, though.
Ciri.
Really changes her perspective on things. I also like that they have that necklace for Yen. It is reminding of the one in the game.
Hello. You're out of that place
How
now.
to awaken a young maiden. Hello.
I knew you'd come for me,
And how would you know that?
because you always do.
What the hell?
We're tied by destiny.
Okay. It's ironic because you were talking about somebody who is like Sari to get killed in Sari's place earlier. Now one is presented to you.
Sari.
That's why they sent you there, eh? Okay. Brainwashing another young girl. Great! I can see why the reviews are dipping as we go. I mean, it was still enjoyable. Not gonna lie, I did like certain parts, but there's just so much going on. Every, like, minute, it feels like we had another story we were focusing on, like, at least 5 of them, right? I mean, it's not that I can't follow along, it's just that I can't really connect much with each and every one of them. I'm just like, okay, when are these other people coming back to the scene? When's Yenna and Sari gonna show up again? And, I mean, there just needs to be a balance. I hope that it does eventually tie up in the end. That's what, usually when you split into that many different stories, they do combine towards the end. And the risk is that some aren't as interesting as others, you know? And that's the risk that they're taking. But so far it's not terrible. I do enjoy, like, as I said, seeing Geralt be a badass and Sari and Yennefer bonding, learning, like, Yennefer just sharing her own experience. You know, she hasn't had that easy of a life, and, you know, she's changed a lot, and Sari's just seeing that, and also seeing more Sari's power, like, seeing the future as soon as she looks at somebody. Very interesting. And she has to learn kind of how to handle that responsibility of knowing the future. You can't save everybody. Sometimes saving someone, in fact, does worse things. Just like Yennefer said. There's always a consequence. And those two are just the most interesting. I did like Yaskir's part in it. There's just some interesting something going on with him and the prince. Again, I need to learn the names. He definitely feels some connection to Dandelion Radovid. I don't really care much for, like, the elven story, like, which sucks because I love the elves and I love their story in most things. I mean, there's Split, you know, Francesca, and then this one other elven guy. And his friend is Cahir. I also don't know why Cahir is still in the story, but I just never liked him. But I mean, maybe it'll lead to something. It just, like, was random scenes that just, like, were kind of thrown as, like, Dijkstra and Philippa's weird interactions. I do like Prince Radovid. We also got just a single scene with Amir, and he's, like, the white flame, and we just need more focus. And it just kind of, again, I just feel like, yeah, okay, we're dedicating a minute or two here just to explain, oh, he overthrew the usurper in this way, and this is, like, he wants a new sword to do something else cool. And that's just what it felt like, instead of actually getting to know his character. And, you know, I want to know where he's been this whole time, other than, you know, the usurper. Like, he obviously cares for Cirilla. Instead of just approaching her and being like, hey, I'm your dad, she's sending people out to try and catch her, which is, like, obviously scaring her. There's just, you know, something to his character where he seems really dark, and I just want to see more about what led him to there, like, what happened with him and Cyril's mom, like, that kind of thing. And they're just telling us instead of showing us. So this episode kind of just felt like the in-between from where we're trying to get to the main story, you know? So Fringilla, she was captured, now she's not. That's where her story went this episode. And with Geralt, the two detectives they called him led him to this girl that looks just like Cirilla and thinks she is Cirilla, apparently. And they're like, oh, you know, if people find another girl who looks like Cirilla with you and kill her, they might stop this quest. It was just a weird scenario. Like, what was with all those other girls, that monster he had to slay, like... We'll see what happens with that. Everything kind of just feels out in the open, and we kind of have to tie it together now. So let's see how or if they will do that within the next 3 episodes that are out. Anyways, hope you like my reaction to this one, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.